My name is Christopher Manning, and I wrote and directed Jamie, which is my short film. So Jamie is about this young man's sort of first kind of forays or experiences dating. So it's really quite simple in that it just follows Jamie on sort of one of his first dates. I really like the genre of romantic drama. And it meant a lot to me. When I was a teenager, and I mean, it still means a lot. But when I sort of as discovering cinema, it was a cinema I kind of really related to. It is a very simple story, but it's a very relatable story, which is that kind of really, again, simply, what he wants is love, and what he's looking for is love.
You must be Jamie. I'm sorry, I'm late. It took a lot longer to get here than I thought.
I'm glad you made it. Last guy didn't even show.
I'm Ben.
Jamie.
We get a sense that this is a really important moment for him because it's kind of awakening something in him, these kind of new experiences. So I feel like all of that is much closer to our actual experience of life, actually, and in a way is much, in that sense, closer to reality or to a certain kind of emotional truth that you might not get in other kinds of romantic dramas.
I remember when my friends first saw me get pulled by a guy at a party. It wasn't anything at the time. Till the next morning when I realised they put everything on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything. And then my sister, obviously, she saw all the photos and didn't realise I was actually seeing guys then, so...
That's rough.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was 17.
What happened to that guy? Was he your boyfriend or did he...
No?
A lot of rehearsal time was spent just not actually rehearsing, but talking a lot about character and backstory and things that would never, that we knew were never going to end up on screen. It meant that the conversations I had with the actors when we were shooting, could be very much based on that story world that we had created.
What about you?
And what about me?
Well, he said not all of us know, so... I'm assuming someone knows.
My dad knows.
Yeah?
He told me not to tell my younger brother.
Yeesh. No wonder you wanted to leave.
I love the conversations I have about the film with audience members, and I've had some really very powerful conversations. It's interesting how people are sort of surprised by its relatability and its simplicity. It's something that maybe non LGBTQ or queer audiences need to sort of overcome in a way, because it turns out that very often they're just sort of relatable human stories.
Well, it was really nice to chat.
Yeah, it was.
So, I'll see you around.
Yeah, see you around.
I think it's a really important medium. I think it plays a really important role, just very simply because it's so accessible. In some places or in some cultures where these things are still really taboo, increasing visibility kind of increases familiarity in a way, and just gets it out there. And I think that's an important first step towards having other conversations. Given the current political climate since Brexit and since, of course, the election of Trump in America, I think it's normalized a lot of really unacceptable prejudice and language. So I think it's Five Films for Freedom, you know, sends a very powerful message at a very important moment.